Welcome to Tila's Fashion. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to draft the pattern of a wrap top. Please like this video, please subscribe. You guys, look at my subscriber count. Does it look nice? No, it doesn't. So please hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let's get right into this tutorial. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to take the widest part of this piece, which is the bust. The bust is wider than the waist. We're going to take the widest part, which is the bust, and we're going to divide that by 4, and then we're going to add 2 inches allowance, and we're just going to mark that out and draw a line, which is going to be a reference line. The reference line has now divided the pattern paper into 2 parts. One part is going to be the main bodice, and the second part is going to be the wrap extension. So I'm taking the shoulder width measurements divided by 2, and I'm just going to mark that out. So I'll be measuring out the length of the armhole, which is a standard measurement of about 7 to 8 inches. I'm going to be taking 7 inches here, and I'm just going to extend that. So taking the full length now, but since this is basically a crop top, the full length is actually the half length. Well, you're just going to measure out where you want it to stop. This is about 17 to 18 inches, and you're also going to add your sewing allowance. Now taking the dart, we're going to measure out 4 inches from the reference line, which is basically the midline. I'm going to measure out 4 inches, and I'm going to extend it upward by 5 inches, and to the side of that I'm going to take half inch. So basically the dart is going to be 1 inch wide and 5 inches tall and 4 inches away from the reference line. So now we're going to take the bust circumference measurement, and we're going to divide it by 4, and then we're going to, wherever we get, we're going to add 1.5 inch allowance to it. So we're also going to take the waist circumference measurement, divide it by 4. Whatever we get, we're going to add 1.5 inch allowance to it. But you remember we took the darts around this area, so we're going to add the 1 inch we took for the darts back into the measurement. So you're going to take your bust circumference measurement, divide it by 4, add your 1.5 inch allowance, and also add your 1 inch that you took for the darts, and you're just going to place that there and draw it out. Next, I'm taking the neck depth, and I picked 8 inches. You can make this 7 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches, depending on what you want. And I'm also taking the width of the neck, and I took 3.5 inch, and I'll just connect point A to B. Now for the wrap extension, you need to look at the style you want to make. Do you want the wrap extension to stop at the side, or you want it a bit closer to the midline? And you're just going to extend that accordingly. So I want mine to stop along the dart line. I want the wrap extension to stop along the dart line, somewhere around that area. So I'm going to measure out the length from the reference line there to around that area, and whatever measurement it gives me, I'm just going to put that down on the other side. Now I'm going to connect that point to the neckline we drew earlier, that is connect A, B and C together. That corner there is where we're going to be attaching the belt later on when we're sewing. Now I'm curving out the armhole, and I'm going to take half an inch in around the middle of the arm length, and I'm just going to join that together. This is the final look of the front piece, and you guys make sure you cut 2 pieces of this because they're going to overlap each other to form that wrap effect. So to cut out the back piece, I had to fold that reference line in, and I'm just going to place that on the pattern paper again to cut out the back piece. You guys remember the half an inch we took at the middle of the arm length? We won't be taking that for the back piece, so I'm just bringing that, extending that out, and I'll be drawing another armhole for the back piece. And I'm also going to draw the neckline because the neckline of the back piece is higher than the neckline of the front piece. Also, we're not going to add any zip allowance because there won't be any zip in this piece. This is the final look. You can go ahead and cut the sleeves, but I won't be doing that in this tutorial. If you want a sleeve tutorial, just leave a comment in the comment section and I'll make sure to do that. Please like this video, please subscribe, please hit the bell notification, and yeah, I'll see you in my next tutorial. Thank you and bye bye.